Well, good morning. Thank you for attending. Good morning, Your Honors. Mr. Williamson, our wonderful medal recipients, St. Andrews Mayor Alan McCabe, St. Andrews Deputy Mayor Kate Akagi, Mayor Ken Stanix of Macadam, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome all of you to this investiture ceremony for the Queen Elizabeth II Platinum Jubilee Medal. Thank you for joining us to help recognize some exceptional New Brunswickers. Her Majesty's recent death has been a sad time for us all, but I feel the memories we have of her and her dedication to her own life of service makes these medals even now more significant. Today we are gathered to pay tribute to those who have given up their time and talents in service to their communities, our province, and our country. As you know, New Brunswick's Platinum Jubilee Medal commemorates the 70th anniversary of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II's accession to the throne as Queen of Canada upon the death of her father, King George VI, on February 6, 1952. Her Majesty was crowned on June 2, 1952. Her coronation ceremony was held at Westminster Abbey, as coronations have been for 900 years. Steeped in this rich history, Her Majesty's coronation made history as the first ever to be televised and was watched by 27 million in the UK alone and millions more around the world. Her Majesty represented both the storied past of Britain as well as the modern-day world and dedicated 70 remarkable years of continuous service to Canada, the United Kingdom, and the Commonwealth. This extraordinary achievement made her Britain's longest reigning and longest lived monarch. Her Majesty had expressed her wish that Jubilee events be an occasion for enjoying a sense of togetherness and optimism about the future, which makes today the perfect opportunity to celebrate the achievements of people who make our communities better. Today's medal recipients lead rather than wait to be led. They tackle challenges head on. They see problems as opportunities instead of obstacles. They make a difference. Congratulations to everyone receiving this special distinction. I would like to now invite Her Honor to deliver a few remarks. Oops, sorry.
Thank you very much, Kathy. MP John Williamson, MLA Kathy, His Worship Alan McCabe, Ken Stanix, Platinum Jubilee Medal recipients and their loved ones, les récipiendaires, chers amis. Linda et moi sommes heureux d'être parmi vous pour cette cérémonie de remise des médailles de jubilé de platine de Sa Majesté la Reine Elizabeth II. Linda and I really looked forward to today because today is actually the first time that I'm presenting medals, other than I did present a medal to the Premier and the Chief Justice. They were the first to receive those in New Brunswick, and you're the first group that I'm presenting to, and I'm very happy to be here. And as Kathy said, today's ceremony, I think, is a bit bittersweet because we continue to mourn the passing of Her Majesty, who for many of us was the only sovereign that we've ever known. From her military service during the Second World War to her final public appearances, the Queen led by example for over 7 decades. Her resilience, her steadfast dedication, and her unwavering sense of duty will continue to be a source of inspiration for all of us. When the Queen was in New Brunswick, she was here 5 times, and it made a lasting impression on many New Brunswickers. You may know that over the past week or so, we had a book of condolence at Government House. There were so many people who came to express condolences, to sign the book, and who had stories that paid tribute to Her Majesty, and they shared lots of memories. Some people had met her, some people had been at events that she was at in New Brunswick. I did not have the occasion to meet Her Majesty or to be anywhere that she was, except when I was an infant, and the Queen and Prince Philip were driving from St. John from Fredericton to St. John, and my mom had me in the carriage, and my two brothers were waving the Union Jack flag, so that says how old I am. The flag hadn't even been designed for Canada, and they were waving the flag, so that was my only, and not really my memory. My mom shared that memory with me. But we're truly grateful for her lifetime of leadership and her exemplary public service. The Queen Elizabeth II Platinum Jubilee Medal program is intended to commemorate her lifelong service to Canada, while also recognizing New Brunswick residents who have made significant contributions to the province, a particular region, community, or field. Our province and our world has changed considerably through Her Majesty's reign, and we've shaped, I think, a much more equitable and inclusive society where all New Brunswickers, regardless of gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religion, ability, or age, have the same opportunities to thrive. And we've made tremendous gains since the Queen acceded to the throne. You are all of the recipients today, you are change makers. You have all stepped up when you were needed. You've given of yourselves. And I'm looking forward after to hearing the citations of the kinds of work and effort that you have contributed to making our province a better place to live. And thank you for your dedication, and also thanks to all of the loved ones who support each of you as you do the work that you do in your communities. As community builders and community leaders, we must continue to push for a more inclusive and equitable society. And as we reflect on the late Queen's life and the countless ways that she touched our lives, I hope that we are inspired to continue giving back to our communities and to build on her legacy of cooperation, unity, and peace. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
I would like to now invite our MP, John Williamson, to say a few remarks. He's got daddy duty today.
Well, thank you, Kathy, Your Honor. It's wonderful that you could join us today. Mayors, councillors, distinguished guests. I'm just going to say a few words. I just want to thank Kathy for particularly organizing this today. This is really a special event. 10 years ago, I hosted a Jubilee event, then the Diamond Jubilee to mark the Queen's 60 years on the throne, and then we had in our presence the then Lieutenant Governor Greg Nicholson. So again, it is really special. And the fact that you are here, I think, pays tribute just how important this is for communities right across this province. And I am thrilled that the province of New Brunswick joined other provinces across this country to spearhead this initiative and to give volunteers and our communities across New Brunswick the recognition that none of them seek, but they all deserve. And we're going to hear some incredible stories today of commitment, dedication, and people who, unsung heroes, frankly, who just give so much to our communities and make our communities work on our behalf. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the podium back to Kathy, I believe. But I just want everyone to kind of appreciate the special moment that this is for the recipients here and their families, of course, as well, because the time that people spend working on a community project is time away from home. So, of course, we have individual champions here of excellence and volunteerism, but they're backed up by, of course, families, friends, and communities. So without further ado, you'll see me a little later, but thank you very, very much. Appreciate being here.
Okay, now to the fun part. What we will do is I'll call the person's name, the medal recipient's name. I'd ask them to come up. I'd ask, Your Honor, if you wouldn't mind presenting the medal. We'll have a photograph taken. You can take pictures as well. And then we'll move on to the next one. Okay? Okay. Our first medal recipient, I don't think is a stranger to anyone, Dot Larson. Would you like to come up? Dot, this medal is presented to you for your decades of caring for St. Stephen children as a school crossing guard. Your perpetual smile, encouraging words, and loving concern have provided generations of children with emotional support and motivation. Thank you, Dot. Our next recipient is Donna Linton. As many of you know, Donna is the coordinator of our food bank here in St. Stephen. Donna, this medal is presented to you for your unwavering dedication to contributing to food security for those in need within the greater Charlotte County community for the past 29 years. Our next recipient is Donna Richards. Donna, this medal is presented to you for your dedicated leadership with the first Milltown Girl Guides for 34 years, providing guidance, support, and motivation to young women in the region with the goal of giving them the tools they need to succeed in life. Our next recipient is Jerome Connick. Jerome, this medal is presented to you for your dedication to your rural community, helping to create an inclusive, caring community as an active member for more than 60 years of the Meet Your Neighbors Men's Club, and for your more than 50 years as a member of the Western Charlotte Fire Department, contributing to the safety of your neighbors. This next medal, I don't think too many people don't know him, is to Darren Mccabe. Darren, this medal is presented to you for your unwavering and steadfast dedication to highlighting and preserving the region's history for future generations to discover and enjoy. Our next recipient is Richard Fulton. Richard, this medal is presented to you for your continuing dedication to create an inclusive, thriving, economically viable, and stable regional community. Our next recipient probably doesn't need any introduction either. It's Alva Hatt. Alva, this medal is presented to you for your 47 years at the St. Croix Public Library, dedicated to enriching and expanding the minds of young people through the joy of reading. Our next recipient is Jim Stewart. Jim, this medal is presented to you for your unwavering dedication during the past almost 4 decades, supporting young people in need and providing them with a safe haven where they could work on overcoming barriers and challenges in their lives. Our next recipient is Les Thompson. Les, this medal is presented to you for your stalwart dedication to the work and projects of the St. Stephen Milltown Rotary Club. You have, for 44 years, epitomized the club motto of service above self. The Venerable John Matheson. John, and I can call him John because I know him well enough. This medal is presented to you for your continued and tireless dedication to the spiritual support of your congregation and the greater Charlotte County community. I would now ask Kelly Williamson to come to the podium. I should say Captain, I'm sorry. Captain, this medal is presented to you for your steadfast commitment to serving Canada with outstanding leadership at tactical, operational, and strategic levels within the Canadian Armed Forces, and for your continuing advocacy of diversity and inclusion. Our next medal is awarded to someone who is no stranger to anybody who watches CHCO, Vicki Hogarth. Vicki, this medal is presented to you for your professional dedication as a news journalist with CHCO Television, becoming our source of trusted news and the ever-changing information for the greater Charlotte County community during the COVID-19 pandemic. And maybe not quite as famous as Vicki, but I'd like to ask Patrick Watt to come to the stage. Patrick, this medal is presented to you for your dedication to your profession, providing videography, programming, and editing with CHCO Television, informing the greater Charlotte County community of news events and regular important COVID-19 related updates. I would ask Cindy Bartlett to come to the stage. Cindy, this medal is presented to you for your selfless dedication to your son's memory, creating an event, the Andrew Bartlett Memorial Golf Tournament, which for the past 10 years has provided financial support and opportunities for many community organizations as well as scholarships for deserving students. Our next recipient is Frank Carroll. Frank, this medal is presented to you for your enthusiastic dedication to your community for over 42 years, serving as a councillor, deputy mayor, and mayor in Macadam, I should mention, and for your unwavering support, preserving the village's railway history, and as a tireless board member of Lakeland Industries. Our next recipient is Taylor Gallant. Taylor, this medal is presented to you for your dedicated commitment to your community as a counselor since 2016. And Taylor's a member of the council, member of the Council of Macadam, and for your involvement in numerous and varied community-sponsored projects designed to improve the quality of life of residents. Our next recipient is Jody Robinson. Jody, this medal is presented to you for your wholehearted and enthusiastic dedication to the youth in your community of Macadam as a teacher, sports coach, and village counselor committed to ensuring young people have access to opportunity. And last but not least, Sue Lister. Sue, this medal is presented to you for your integral role during the COVID-19 pandemic in implementing the home delivery program from local grocery, pharmacy, and hardware stores to more than 150 households in St. Andrews, and for developing safe delivery and training methods for volunteers and staff. In fact, Sue tells me her YouTube video detailing instructions on the process has been used for training in other communities. We have two people who were not able to attend today. One is Joseph Omar Daniel, he's known as Turk Burnett from Campobello, and the medal is being presented to him for his long-standing commitment to the Campobello community through service with the St. John Ambulance, the local fire department, the Royal Canadian Legion branch number 83, and his contribution to the creation of a Veterans Memorial on Campobello. So. And Roger McNabb of St. Andrews. Roger is actually in Scotland at the moment, so he's had a trip planned for quite some time and sends his regrets. This medal is presented to Roger for his steadfast dedication to the many projects supported by the Kiwanis Club of St. Andrews and for his enduring support of the Heather Curling Club and the St. Andrews Yacht Club. I would now ask MP Williamson to present his medals.
Well, thank you very much, Kathy. So as you know, New Brunswick Southwest is a large riding, and I have the privilege of handing out a number of Jubilee medals as well. Today I'm going to do just 4. Just to give you a sense, I share territory with 10 MLAs. Now, Kathy is one of the few where the coverage is 100%. Some ridings are just a sliver, but this is my home riding, so I'm pleased to be here today. And Kathy actually is the first MLA to have a ceremony like this, so I think we'll all agree she set a very high bar. Yes. I'm just going to recognize, we have the RCMP and the Red Surge. Would you just please stand up? I just want to. This also is a rare treat. This is a volunteer function today. The RCMP do. They are not at our beck and call. Certainly, they agree to community events like this. So I just want to thank the RCMP for being here today and for your work. You'll all recognize, or you'll remember if you watched the funeral, the unique place the RCMP played in that funeral procession. 4 members led the Queen's coffin through the City of London. So again, just recognition. And as I just learned today, RCMP was referred to by the royal family as formerly the Queen's Cowboys, now the King's Cowboys. Did I have that right? Yeah. Thank you. Of course, we have members from the Legion and the Sea Cadets. I'd like to give them a round of applause as well for their work as well. And of course, we had a bagpiper as well. So thank you for being here as well. So I too will be brief because there's some treats waiting for us as well. So my first recipient actually does not reside in Charlotte County. Could I call it Dr. John Richardson, please, from Fredericton Junction? There's a good doctor. And Dr. Richardson's receiving the medal for his medical and volunteer service, primary in Sunbury County, as a rural family doctor and volunteer advocate for the Tri-County Complex, which serves families and communities throughout the area. So that's the official bio. Yes. I'll say as well, there was a time, I don't think it's true anymore because of the hospital in Fredericton, but there was a time when I think every baby in Sunbury County, you delivered them. And perhaps still today you do several, but I think it's more centralized now. But that just to give you a sense that John has served his community so long that he's regarded as the local family doctor in Sunbury County. So.
Only 45 years. My lovely wife.
Yeah. This is almost Charlotte County, but not quite. Next up is Bradley Small of Macy's Bay. And Bradley's receiving the Platinum Jubilee Medal for his commitment to his community and sustainable fishing in southwest New Brunswick, his volunteer work in Dipper Harbor and Macy's Bay, and his service as president of the Fundy North Fishermen's Association, as well as advocacy for fishing communities throughout New Brunswick and the Maritime Provinces. And just, I'll add, 12 hours ago, you were rushing home from Ottawa. Brad and a few other local fishers were called up, had been trying to arrange a meeting with the federal fisheries minister. I think they were told the day before they had a slot at 3 o'clock in Ottawa with the fisheries minister. And knowing just how important that was, they went up there on short notice, had their meeting yesterday afternoon, but Brad wanted to be here today, so they drove all night. So I've learned that and this is true of Curtis Malik and all the fishing families, they tend to work when the fish are moving. And of course, Bradley proved that as well by going up there and then being here today on just a few hours sleep. So thank you very, very much, Bradley, for your service. Now we have two local individuals who need no introduction, but I'm going to do them one at a time, of course. Could I ask Trapper Paul Trapper Kane to come up, please? And Mr. Kane is receiving his Platinum Jubilee Medal today for co-founding the Canadian Army Veterans Motorcycle Organization and his tireless devotion to military veterans and others across Canada who deserve honor and need support. So thank you, Trapper. I'm just going to add as well, this is true both of Trapper and Earl, who you'll meet in a second. Earl's known as well as Grizzly. If you don't know them, they don't bite. And I encourage you to talk to them. They both have got incredible stories to tell about service and sacrifice. Trapper was injured in his service, but continued afterwards, continued to recognize that even with his injuries, there were people out there hurting more than he was. And so he kept going. The Canadian Army Veteran Motorcycle Organization, they participated in every single repatriation of a fallen Canadian soldier since the organization was formed. They are often the group of motorcycle men and women you will see across the country when those happened. This is a tremendous tribute to our fallen men and women overseas, and it also, I think, pays respect to them at home. So, Trapper, I do want to thank you for your service, and all I'll say, brother, is keep it up. And if I could have Master Warrant Officer Retired Earl Grizzly Eastman come up, please. And Earl today is receiving his Platinum Jubilee for his work as a former national president of the Canadian Army Veterans Motorcycle Organization and his dedication to the Royal Canadian Legions as District Commander, St. Croix Branch number 9. So thank you very much, Earl. And I'm just going to add as well that, I've got to know Earl the last decade, and today's recipients, we have to pick and choose, and so Earl, in part, is being recognized for his service. I mean, he was born for the Canadian Armed Forces. He joined. I'm just going to run through this because it's pretty impressive, and it gives a life of service. So he was born. You're not a lady, so I feel I can say this. He was born in 1958. He joined the cadets in 1969. So he would have been 10 or 11. He worked up the ranks, and he stayed with the cadets until he aged out at 1976. He then completed his schooling, his high school, and then joined the forces in 1977. So he didn't miss a beat. He stayed involved with the cadets as long as he could, and then quickly joined the forces. Served in the regular forces for 30 years, then joined the reservists for a couple years, and then retired in 2010. This is a life of service that many in our forces across the country have given. It speaks to their commitment and their commitment to Canada. I'm not suggesting by any stretch that Earl is alone. There are many. Same is true of men and women who serve in the RCMP. I see some young cadet officers here, some members here today as well. So we could as well see some of them going off to serve our country, to wear the maple leaf both here at home and around the world. So Earl, I do want to thank you for your service both to the country, but as well to the Canadian Army Veterans Motorcycle Organization as well, that I know you're involved with as well. So thank you.
Well, that's quite a group. I think we should give them all a big hand. It's been an honor to spend this morning with all of you. I'd like to acknowledge the attendance this morning of our CMP Sergeant Scott McKenzie, our piper, where'd she go, Dana Planetta, and the help of the Royal Canadian Legion St. Croix Branch No. 9 member Dennis Fay, and members of the 352 Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps Funday. I'd also like to thank Tom Golding, Jillian Scott, Jennifer Urquhart, Ruth Urquhart, and my husband Walter Bockus. I'd also like to especially thank the town of St. Stephen for providing this venue, and Pamela Williams and staff for all their work. I'd like to ask the medal recipients to please stay at the front. We'd like to get a group photo after. Everyone is invited to partake of the lovely reception generously provided by Mr. Williamson and prepared by Lisa Aronson and the staff of the Five Kings Restaurant. Thank you. Enjoy the reception. Have a wonderful day. And just in case, please make sure your 72-hour emergency preparedness kit is ready in case Fiona decides to pay us a visit. So thank you, everyone.